We're talking real politics with John Capobianco, the big shot conservative who joins me from time to time to impart his wisdom. And I don't mean that facetiously because you're a very smart guy. And the Liberals have gone up since Trudeau announced that he intends to resign. And everybody assumes there's going to be an election this spring. New Liberal leader, bring back the House, they're going to be defeated. And now I'm hearing that Jagmeet Singh, there may be a little wiggle room in there. People are starting to have doubts about the legitimacy of government in Canada. They just say, you know what, we don't like what this government has done, but then they're ministers now, Deputy Minister, Prime Minister saying, I've changed my mind on carbon tax. Well, you supported it for 9 years, but now it's different. I mean, there's tremendous hypocrisy. How do you legitimize government again?
Well, an election will obviously legitimize government, quite frankly, if we get it. But to your point, though, I think, what's supposed to happen is supposed to be this. The Liberals are going to have a new leader March the 9th. This new leader is going to come back with a throne speech. The legislature comes back, or the parliament comes back, I think, late March, 24th or something. Yep. And then the first thing they're going to do is the opposition, we're supposed to vote in favor of a non-confidence vote, and then we go right to an election. That's what was supposed to happen.
And that's what the NDP said was going to happen. But now they're starting to...
So Jagmeet all of a sudden decides, you know what, maybe I will support the Liberal government. It's absolute nonsense. Because Jagmeet has, from the very beginning, since he tore up this agreement, supply confidence agreement, and said, nope, that's it. The Liberals are bad. They're done. Their time is up. But then yet voted in favor of them for about 9 different times to keep them in. And now, after he made this actual proclamation to say, that's it, I'm done. The next opportunity that we have, we're going to vote them out. Now he's changing his mind. It's incredible, and it's not surprising why Canadians have this jaundiced opinion of governments and of this particular NDP leader. And I think he's going to do himself a huge disservice if he decides, for some reason, that when the House comes back and when the new leader is in place, that he's going to support them for whatever reason he thinks he needs to have.
Well, John, I hear that, but then there's still this issue. So maybe do you think the change of parties forming the government is going to bring back legitimacy to government?
Well, I know, quite frankly, if Pierre wins, and elections do matter, and notwithstanding the fact that he's high in the polls, but when Pierre comes in and becomes Prime Minister, there's no question Canadians will feel comfortable about their government, will feel comfortable about the governance of their government, and I think that things will get back to normal because you're going to have somebody who's in there who's already committed to his policies and what he wants to do for the next 4 years, and is going to actually bring in and do some governing that we haven't seen over the course of the last number of years.
You know darn well it's been going on for a few years. The mainstream news is taking pot shots at him all the time. One, because they're paid to do that.
I know.
So when he's Prime Minister, they are going to be in there saying, well, this is wrong, this is wrong. It's going to be a tough deal.
I think the good news on that, Stephen, is that leading up to the election campaign, and since Pierre's been leader, the mainstream media have taken pot shots at him already and continue to do that. So he's got a bit of a Teflon coating on him now, so that when he becomes Prime Minister, I think he's going to get used to it. He's not going to be affected by it.
That's insightful. John Capobianco, thank you very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.